and welcome back. Another day here, Rhubarb Yoga, another class. So today we are going to look at a spring flow. Nothing too fancy, can be adapted for your own individual body and adaptions if you're not feeling brilliant too. But a spring flow is something to welcome in the new season. Hopefully springing forward into warmer weather, more optimistic times, and a generally feeling good period. So I'm just going to move into the flow, show you what we're going to work with, and then break it down step by step so you can follow it and apply it in your own way. So let's get to it. You're not going to need any props at all. We're looking at working the wrists, opening the back of the body, sides, putting some strength in the arms, and getting the legs and thighs moving, ready to pulse forward. So let's have a go. So we come to the back of our mat, and we're all familiar with our child's pose, but we're going to look into an extended child, which is toes tucked. And we're going to come forward a little bit further so we're higher up. So this is where we start, and I'll move into it and then we'll break it down. There we go. Like I said, nothing too fancy. A couple of twists, bit of open and elongation along the front of the body. And let's break it down and move into it. Each part of the flow will be moved with breath. So it'll either be an inhalation or an exhalation, but that's just with me. With you, I want you to work with your breath. If you need to have a breath before you move into the next part, take it. If you need another, well, you maybe adjust. Please adjust. Always adjust. So we're going to start in our extended child first, which simply means our toes are slightly tucked. Our bum is a little bit higher, and that allows us to launch forward into our plank. And that is our springing forward into the new year, the new times, new seasons, fresh start. So let's start in our extended child. So come into your original child, taking a breath, allowing the ribs to expand over the thighs. Now tuck the toes. With that added height, you can feel the arms extending and stretching forward. We're going to be opening the underneath of the arm into the armpit, creating space. At the very top, coming into the high of the chest as well. Our breath can be deeper, ready for that springing forward. So as we breathe in, push down with the toes, come forward with a nice strong thigh. Making sure our hands are under our shoulders, our legs are straight and strong. There's a slight activation in the thigh, and we tuck our bum a little bit. Tailbone tucked. Maybe you'll feel your abdomen tuck in and your core switch on. Take a breath, and then we're going to push back into our downward dog. You may feel you need to just adjust your feet at that time. Please do that, and then feel comfortable in your downward dog. If you need a bend in those knees, take that bend. The downward dog is representing the past. We're protecting the heart from the past. Our back is holding the past away. Our heart is coming forward and opening up to the new part of the new season. We're now going to twist our feet over to the right. Both feet are flat on the floor. This can be done with knees bent or straight, and then we're going to bend those knees together, keeping them together, helping that twist, and we're opening up the left side of the body, creating space and getting breath all the way into that body, opening the side of the body, getting fresh air, ready for the new season. We can even lift that arm if we're feeling a little bit cheeky, bringing it down, straighten those legs, protecting the
apart by opening the back to the past, taking a breath, twisting the legs over to the left. Put that bend into those knees so we create balance. We're opening up the right hand of the body, ribs, creating more space, more energy, more breath by oxygenation through our stronger, new, fresh air. Bringing the legs back to centre, resettle them if that's what we need for our downward dog. Taking a rich breath in to give us energy to spring forward again. If our knees need to be bent, please bend them. Taking our breath, and then we are pushing back over those knees. So, that's definitely got your heart pumping just a little bit. Fresh blood right into that oxygenation, feeling and removing all that stagnant energy we've been sitting on, perhaps for months. And we want to push and propel ourselves forward. New chances, new opportunities, new beginnings, some sunshine. And that's always a satisfying feeling. Please adapt anything you need. If the hands need to be on blocks at the end, please put them on blocks. That is not a problem. The knees need to stay bent. That is not a problem. If you cannot do the full twist, let me show you an adaptation. So, let's come into our extended child. Pushing up. Spring forward, taking that breath. Come back to your downward dog and find your space for your feet. And if double twist to the side is just not doable for you, then we can do an alternative. We can bend one knee, twist it to the side. That takes strain off the opposite side of the body. It removes any tension off the lower back, which can be difficult, particularly if we've got tweaky issues in our lower lumbar. Maybe a touch of sciatica, cold weather can make it even worse. But if that is just not possible, then build yourself up slowly. One leg and a twist still gives you a similar action. And then we bend the opposite leg, creating balance, opening again, creating space. Again, if we're feeling a little bit daring, we can lift that arm, pushing into that back leg and grounding into this back heel. That will keep us strong. And we're creating an opposition with the leg and the arm. And that is giving us a good foundation. Lowering the arm back down, straightening the leg. Coming back to our plank. And then back to our extended child. Now that flow may not seem too intense or too complicated. When you break it down, there are several things that need to be included and considered when we're doing it. So we need to make sure that our push from our extended child into our plank is strong. And if our knees can't do it with a straight leg, keep our knees down. Never a problem. So let me show you that extension just to give you a bit of confidence in moving through and transitioning from one to the other. Just in case you're a little unsure, always double check. Work with what you've got, not what you think you should have. So, tuck your toes, extended child. And come forward to your plank, knees down. Release the toes for the time being. Keep our hands under our shoulders, and just by doing this and activating our hands into the floor by gently gripping with our palms and our fingertips, our core, surprisingly enough, switches on. If we let go, you'll feel that there is no contact, but if you gently activate, pulling the belly in
We've got a strong position here, and our legs with confidence can go up if you feel strong enough after all. And we can move back into our downward dog, again, with knowledge that we're confident in moving because we've taken precautions to make sure we're moving safely with our parameters. So, even though that's a spring flow to move forward into the new time, new season, new challenges, do it within your body. Remember, it can take months, it can take years to particular poses that challenge us. We may never do them. Our body isn't our limit, but our limit is our body. Our bones are only a particular length and a particular shape. And like our muscles and ligaments, they don't bend. And to force them will only hurt us, not the pose we're trying to achieve. Hopefully you may find a little bit of enjoyment, a bit of energy, some warmth, and get that heart pumping just by trying that pose. Have some fun. Please enjoy it and be well.